They say if you walk by the river Calder on a cold night, you can still hear them, the whispers that rise from the ruins of Blackwood Mill. No one dares go near after dark, not since the night the looms started whispering back. It began in 1888, when the valley was thick with fog and the mill ran day and night. The air inside was always heavy, with steam, dust, and the endless rhythm of clattering iron. To the outside world, it was just another cotton mill. But the people who worked there, they knew something wasn't right. Eliza, one of the youngest spinners, was the first to feel it. She'd been working a double shift when she heard her name, whispered softly through the noise, not shouted, not imagined, whispered. Eliza. She turned, expecting to see someone behind her, but the rows of machines stretched empty, their belts turning slow and steady. Then she felt a cold breath at her ear, and every thread on her spindle stopped moving. The next morning she told the others. They laughed, of course. The foreman, Bartholomew Thorne, everyone called him Barty, said she'd been working too hard. But a week later, the whispers came for someone else. Thomas, a loom operator, said he saw a pale hand move across the threads, a hand that wasn't his. Old Mrs. Finch claimed the cotton bales themselves were murmuring, like the fabric still remembered pain. And soon, the whispers weren't just sounds anymore. They began forming words. Cold. So cold. Where are my children? The river. It takes us all. No one slept. No one spoke above a whisper. And then the accidents began. Threads snapped. Machines jammed. People said the looms were moving on their own, pulling harder, faster, hungrier. Barty didn't believe it. He was a man of reason, not superstition. So one night, after everyone went home, he stayed behind. He wanted to prove there was nothing there. He lit his lantern and walked the silent factory floor. The air was still. The only sound, the faint drip of water from a leaky pipe. Then he heard it. Barty. The voice was faint, almost kind, but it came from deep inside the largest loom. He stepped closer. The threads trembled, almost like they were breathing. Barty, the voice called again, now joined by others. Dozens of voices, overlapping, soft, sorrowful, pleading. He tried to speak, but the lantern flickered out. By morning, they found him by the riverbank, shaking, soaked in fog and fear. He said only one thing before falling silent forever. The threads of the dead. The mill shut down weeks later. The owners blamed structural damage, but the villagers never believed that. They said the cotton was cursed, soaked with grief from the people who suffered to produce it. That the looms didn't just weave fabric, they wove memories. And when those memories grew too heavy, the threads snapped and the whispers escaped. The building still stands today, rotting by the river. And on cold nights, when the wind moves through the valley, some swear they still hear the looms turning. Not with iron, not with steam, but with the sorrow of the past, whispering through the dark. Cold, so cold.